Hello, people of Emacs, my favorite kind of people. I have a kind of practical and maybe interesting thing for you today. Let me get straight to it, right? So let's start with Eshell. And I promise you, even if you don't want to learn anything about Eshell, you're not interested, you don't use Eshell, it will get interesting, I promise you. So Eshell has this practical, very cool feature where you can pipe the content of the not content the result of a command into a buffer, right? So if I run it like this, it will appear in the same Eshell buffer. But what I could do, if I want it to appear in a different buffer, I can just say, like, let's say buffer named foo. If I do it like this will make no sense, right? Like, but if I press Control C, Meta B here, or so it's Control C followed by Alt B or Meta B, and I can select from the list of the existing buffers, or I can type a name of a buffer that doesn't exist in that list. And if I do it like this, and you can see this will just insert it in this special syntax for a buffer. I could of course type it just by hand, like say like hash blah 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 buffer foo, but Control C Meta V is just easier. So now if I press enter, you can see it appears in a buffer. That's pretty cool. They're very practical. I use it all the time. The opposite is also possible. It's not like it's not possible out of the box, but I'll get to it. I'll show you how to do this. I can do this again. If I have this special command B, like for buffer, and then if I do again same way, Control C Meta B and Control C Meta B, then I type the name of a buffer, and now here I can pipe it to another command, right? Like I can and I can keep piping. Let's say I want just 3 lines of the result of this, and you can keep piping, and you can pipe that into a different buffer, which is cool, very practical. Again, I use it all the time. The caveat that it only works in Eshell, but very often I need to work with actual terminal, and let me bring my terminal here, right? Like this is Kitty. Let's let me squeeze it. No, I have to. Sorry, I need to play with my window manager so you can see it without stuff being cropped. All right, I put it this way. All right, let's change the kitty theme so it's not so blinding. Let's since we're using a dark theme in Emacs, let's use the dark theme here as well. I don't know, something like required, whatever. And let me make it a little bit bigger so you can see what I'm typing here. All right. We have a terminal. I have Emacs. I have Emacs daemon running. I have Emacs client, and I can do something like let's do something basic. Like if I do message foo here, it should appear in my you can see it like it appeared shortly in, and here there's some foo errors. I don't know where this comes from. I have to investigate later. Foo, but it's unrelated to the thing we're doing. Well, if I do something like, I don't know, my git status, that's not gonna work because I am not inside the I'm not inside the Git repository, like you see this is like nodding, but you get the idea, right? Like, but now if I want to do the same thing, right, like the thing we did in Eshell, and pipe it to Emacs client, this is not going to work because Emacs client doesn't support piping things into it this way, and no matter, like, there are no options. There's no way. And it bothered me for a while, and I needed to figure it out, and I wrote a script. I called it Emacs Piper. So here it is, Emacs Piper or MXP. By the way, this is the thing you need to do. Grabbing stuff from a buffer in Eshell works. You have to write like a specific special command. Nothing special about it, really. It just goes through the list of buffers, finds the buffer you wanted, and you can see that like you only have to prefix it like this way, so Eshell knows that this is specific, a special Eshell command. Anyway, let's move on from Eshell. I already have it installed. This script is right now is a script. I'm trying to figure out the package manager support and all that. It's in a branch, but for now you can just install it like this. I have already installed it, but I can run it again. It just has to be on the path. So if I run it, no input provided, I can then if I do help, all right, some help. Let's do something basic, right? Like if I do type something like this, it will just open the directory. I'm in home directory. It opens the directory. You can give it any other directory, like Emacs D, and it will open the directory. It works for files as well. So if I do something like if I type it right, nothing special. This is pretty simple stuff. That's not the point that I want to talk about. Let's do some piping. So let's do the same thing that we did in Eshell, right? Like LSL, and then I'm gonna pipe it into this thing, and I say like put it in a foo buffer. I already have foo buffer, so if I do it like this, it's not gonna erase and replace the foo buffer. Let's just run it. Let's see what happens. You see, it created another foo buffer, but it called it differently, but named it differently. But that's okay. Let's kill both of these, and if I do a run again, it creates a new foo buffer. It's because we didn't have foo buffer before. So this works, and then the backward also the opposite way also works. So from foo, I can do, I don't know, rip grep, what did we do, RC, and then head 5, right? So this works, and you can see that it already gives you like many interesting ways, possibilities. Here's like, for example, you can do stuff like something like this. I have in the README. It's not cropping, is it? I just need to watch that. So you can see it put like the content of this curl request, the result of the curl request into the buffer. I already had breeds buffer, but it created a new buffer, and you can just change it to JSON TS mode or JSON mode, and here you go. You have your JSON file, and then the opposite, you can grab the content of this buffer. Well, not this buffer. Now I have two buffers because I was. This is my second attempt to record this video, but we can say like breeds 2, right? And then get the name, sort, and then put it in a different buffer. Or if like we don't want to put it in a buffer, we can like I'll put it here. Or if we actually and you can see that there, like you can also do like let's say you can grab content of one buffer, we say from breeds, right? and we can continue from breeds, and then we can say also let me grab stuff from let's use short form f, and from this is a long form, this is a short form, but essentially it's the same. So from scratch buffer, right? The content of scratch buffer is irrelevant. I know that I have something in there, so let's get just first three lines from that buffer, and then just a handful of lines from this buffer, and then merge them together. You can see that now, like, I have like content of two buffers put together, piped together, and kind of stitched together. You can do other things, like, you know, I can get date, and then if I type breeds like this, it's not gonna create like it's not gonna override the existing buffer, right? But if I want to prepend or append to the buffer, I can say breeds and then prepend, right? And you can see that it just gets our date, and like similarly you can do append as well, and then it puts it at the bottom. So yeah, that's all that I have. Play with it and use it. Let me know how it goes. All right, good luck.